covering the open guard here. Okay? The whole purpose of this C-frame is to create space, okay? Space so that, look at where my knee and right hand or right elbow is, okay? As he's never gonna grab my head that way, okay? Because his hand is under control. He's probably gonna begin to move it around and all kinds of stuff right here as I begin to bring my knee inside my elbow out to whatever. My foot should be on the hip so that I should be more square with him. And from here, I can even switch the spider grip from the wrist. I can keep the wrist, you know, I can kick him in the face, all kinds of stuff. So that, my objective is to now reconnect the triangular sphere. Because this is side control right here. If I fail to do all this right here, if I'm here, he got into that triangular sphere, okay? Where my elbow and my right knee disconnected, and now he's got side control. Why? Because he's got head control here. One of the other things that you can do, and we'll get to that once we begin to recover in open guard, because this is already the end of his progression from the beginning of his guard pass to the middle where I did nothing to the end. Now starts a whole new progression. He's gonna be going from beginning, middle, and maybe he'll mount, and then I'm in a worse position. Maybe from here he'll keel lock me like Andrew did, and then it'll be the end there, okay? But what's nice here is that I have to always think about how do I get this hand into that elbow pit there, okay? What's nice is that you frame that hip, you roll your hips up right here, and you start moving his head away and walking your head down to that arm right there as his wrist bends. I want to guide his head down, because look at how much pressure it puts on his wrist right here, especially if I walk it right about there where it bends. So I'm slowly gonna open here, because to slowly try to pull your wrist out. See how he's, yes. So I'm going to, and what I'm doing that old school telephone, you know what I mean? Where you used to have a telephone at home, and you bring your ear to your right shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, so you have a telephone. But what happens is that as I'm guiding him away, my hips are up and my chin is tucked, okay? Because if my head goes down, it creates a little crevasse there at the cervical area of your spine or whatever. Probably not. And then as I move, he'll want to pull it out. As he pulls it out, you begin to recover, okay? So that's problematic, but we're not even there yet. Your objective, you start closed guard, he puts his hand underneath, sit up, you start walking around right there, hip, shoulder, you compose guard, open guard, simple. This is your objective. You need 2 scoots, you need 3 scoots. Remember, it's hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder. If you're just doing hip, you're gonna be going in a circle. Start guard. He starts passing here, let's say, look, here, sit up, he comes around. Yes, hip, shoulder, oh, look. And you crunch, foot goes on the hip, and then I wanna recompose, and now he's in my open guard. And from here, it's good, especially if you have situations like this. Okay. Okay. So you're here. Yes. See how there was this nudge, and I was able to scoot my hips out and come back in. Okay. Because his pressure, I can use it to pull in and out. Okay. As this foot goes on the hip here, okay, and I can begin to realign and then go into all my wonderful poker. Does that make sense? So you're gonna scoop, hip, shoulder, one. You're gonna start in the guard, but we're gonna go slower. Okay? You start passing here, you open my guard on his arm, okay, sat up here, good. Cock that, look, hip, shoulder here, and then foot, fine, here, I'm good, switch, here, here. It won't be that easy, but good. Okay. Ready guys, 1, 2, 3. Work with each other, please. Hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder.